He kōna ipurangi tēnei nā te reo irirangi o Aotearoa.
Josh, you're a mountain goat, my friend. you tell me again what you do for a job.
Bread and butter. I've been doing forestry for years, so walking up and down pine plantations, getting around, finding plots, carrying trees up and down hills, chainsaws.
So
second nature, eh?
Tell us where we are. Like I was just talking to Adam just down there. Where are we now?
Well, I think we're at the crest of the Waiau Pass. So looking back north, there's that's Roto Pohoroa, which is above the Blue Lake.
Otherwise known as by the Pākehā?
Lake Constance. Exceptionally clear water. I went for a little swim in it yesterday. Very cold, very clear.
How did you find that climb?
That was taxing at points, and there are a couple bits where the scree got very loose, and that's when it's the hardest, sort of scrambling around in the gravel. And once we hit that little piece down there, we can just see with that sort of tussocky stuff on it. It was such a relief to hit level ground.
It's pretty nice up here too, eh? We've hit into the bloody mist though, look at this.
Yeah, fog. Clear on the one side looking north, on the other side of the pass, fog.
Totally fogged out. Far out. Got a mish ahead of us. Alright, onward, upward and forever downward. Goodness gracious me. I'm standing only at probably another 100 metres or so elevation below the summit of Waiau Pass. We have been slogging up scree through tussock around Lake Constance to start with. Good climb from Blue Lake to Lake Constance, then around Lake Constance. Some nice challenging walking around there, and then just up this slope. Unbelievable. Well, onward and upward, Adam.
Yep.
And then we get down and we've got to descend on the other side even further than we ascended on this side.
Yeah, 1,200 meters down.
1,200 meters down. Ay, ay, ay. My left knee doesn't like that. It's the end of the day. Whoa, 4:15. Started out at just after 7, 7:15 this morning. So 9-hour day, and Waiau Pass has been done. Oh man, I can't really express, because I've been not freaked out. I've been using the word freaked out or something, but it's more just anxious as hell. Having not been a tramper, having trained, studied up about this trail, Te Araroa's in the North Island, Richmond Range and Waiau Pass. Got some big stuff to come, but they are the three. And it's a toss-up pretty much when people comment about what's the hardest part of Te Araroa, and it's between those three. And as of today, I've done them all. And I'm knackered. I've got just under 1,000 kilometres to go. And there's this real quiet sense of elation, I think. It is. And I'm just looking at a new hut, brand new hut now, this year. It's the Boyle hut. It's a buzz. It's a real buzz. Doesn't mean I'm getting turned on to tramping. I don't know, but I certainly do understand that I have been privileged through putting the effort in. I've been privileged to experience magnificence. All right, that was me putting my sticks down on this brand spanking new deck of this brand spanking new hut. Yee-haw! 'Tis Sunday the 18th, 8 o'clock in the morning. Beautiful morning here down in the valley. Here's the description for today, essentially. Travel down the valley is easy, through grassy flats and on the Waio River's true right. 2 bush-clad terminal moraines add interest and provide good camping conditions. Bugger the camping opportunities, we don't want that. In time, the Ada homestead comes into view. The homestead area remains in private hands. Trampers should avoid this area and continue to the Ada River. This is a straightforward crossing in low to normal flow. Beyond the river, trampers link to the St. James Walkway and continue down in a southwest direction towards Ann Hut, a new 20-bunk hut. Yeah. Sounds good, fellas?
Sounds good.
Just going to do a little echo audio effects for you here in the valley. Boyle. What's this valley called?
The Waio, I think.
This is still the Waio Valley. That's named after that pass we came over yesterday. Whoa. Look at that, magnificent. The sun is up on the ranges that we've come through. Beautiful. We're still in shade in here because it's quite a deep valley, and it'll be mid to late morning before the sun hits us down here in this part of the valley. But we're going to do a little echo test here. I'm with Adam, Josh, and myself. I'm with myself. Yes, that's good. Okay, what's the word for the echo, fellas?
I usually just go with.
Woo! Yeah! So we're in Echo Valley. So just stopped along. What's your name?
Laura.
Laura. Just been chatting to Laura, who's doing northbound in the South Island. She's neutral. She's from Switzerland. She refuses to give any opinion. But it turns out she also knows Julie, who I walked right at the beginning with Julie and Anya and Marcus. Did you meet Anya and Marcus?
No, I didn't.
Just Julie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. How do you find that whole thing of the people you meet on the trail? Is there like a camaraderie, a bond?
I mean, it's a really important thing. I just walk on my own all day, every single day.
Yeah.
So it's sometimes just really nice to talk to people and yeah. And I feel like Kiwis are like amazing. Like hitchhiking is so easy, everybody's so helpful, and I don't know.
Have you ever been threatened by any of the other walkers who kind of look like they want to rob your food?
No, why should something like this happen?
Because we were talking about it. We thought we could maybe rob you because you're just starting into the Waio Pass, so you'll have heaps of food, and we're all scrimping and saving.
Are you hungry? You need
food.
something?
We want to get to Boyle Outdoor Pursuit Centre.
I can give you food if you want, if you don't have enough, but you don't have to rub me.
It's all good. Monday the 19th. 12-hour day yesterday. Crossed the Waio Pass the day before. It was about 9 or 10 hour day. And now walking from, stayed at Rockby Hut last night, 4 of us, tiny little hut. Adam slept on the concrete floor. It was built in 65 and it's in original condition, the notes say, and it is. But it did have a wood burner, so we started a fire. Anyway, it's the next day and I'm walking toward Boyle Outdoor Education Centre, and which is about 50k from Hanma Springs. And I have a dilemma. My bloody knee, my left knee is really protesting now. It's telling me it's over it. So I really don't know quite what to do. This is day 8 from Santano, where I stayed for 4 days to let the swelling of the knee go down. And it's, yeah, unless I feel myself full of painkillers, then that's just pretty, especially descending. But even walking on the flat now, I can feel it a bit. More delays mean later finish, which get me right in towards winter. I'm happy to do that, but it's just going to be a real trial. Hey, bloody hell. Come on, man. What's going on? Smash the shin, cut out the cancer. Now this bloody thing. Oh man, what a relief. I am finally at Boyle River Outdoor Education Centre. I've been hanging out to get here because as I said in an earlier little rave, I don't know, I'm just so depleted at the moment. My knee is giving me jip non-stop. But here's Wendy, who runs, this is your facility?
Yeah, I'm employed by North Canterbury Alpine Trust, and the centre is actually set up to run school programs, outdoor education. But because of where we are, we get a lot of Te Araroas dropping off their parcels and requiring accommodation sometimes, and other bits of food and things.
And you just said before you had to buy a bigger shed to accommodate the Te Araroa trampers' food boxes that get sent to you.
Yes, that's right. Over the last few years, it's got bigger and bigger, more and more people coming through, and because we're halfway between St Arnaud and Arthur's Pass, that's a convenient place for them to pick up a food drop after about 6 days walking.
Yeah.
And more and more people are coming. The last 2 summers, for about 3 months, we have to employ a warden to actually manage the people coming on site, so we can get on with our real business of outdoor education.
Is there any future potential for TA walkers to contribute to something like an outdoor education facility, like to contribute somehow while they come here?
Yes, possibly, if they are of mind. I know we've had some really interesting people coming through with, huge stories, and actually sharing it one evening with students in the lodge might actually be a really nice idea if they're prepared to do that, yeah.
Man, that's very cool. I went for a walk this morning here in Hanmer Springs. Knee still bung, left knee. Really dispirited yesterday. Gutted coming into Boyle Outdoor Education Centre. I felt like I wanted to give up. Just wondering what I could do, because I couldn't have walked today on my knee the way it was. Managed to get a 12 o'clock appointment today. Unbelievable. Just walking back from the physio, my knee feels so nice. I can't stride out, but it's amazing. The pain's gone. Really, really cool. But I can't have another session till Thursday morning because the physio is a hiker and goes hiking on Wednesdays with a group that she's part of. But wicked, just to feel the improvement in one session. So it encourages me. I'm going to stick around here, have the appointment on Thursday morning, and work out some contingencies. But if this kind of improvement can be affected with one treatment and do the exercises that she has given me, tomorrow things are looking good. Yeehaw! Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode. This walk is about expressing my gratitude for being born in this land, and I just want to express as well my gratitude to those of you who take time to listen to The Long Way Home. Truly, it's very humbling. See you next week.
The Long Way Home is produced by Bruce Hopkins and Justin Gregory. The executive producer is Tim Watkin. The engineer is Blair Stagpool. You can subscribe to every episode of the Long Way Home podcast at Apple Podcasts, who you might have known as iTunes, Radio Public, Spotify, or at radionz.co.nz/series. And while you're there, please rate us. That way more people get to hear these stories. If you go to the Long Way Home webpage at rnz.co.nz, you'll find an interactive map that follows Bruce as he walks down Te Araroa. Bruce is also on Twitter at BruceHop, so get in touch if you've got tips, questions, or can help him out. You can also email him at thelongwayhome@radionz.co.nz. Now, as you might have gathered, Bruce is in some fairly remote country, and there's a chance from time to time that he won't be able to send us content. Now, if that should happen, there will still be a new episode for you each Monday, and we will catch up with Bruce and all his adventures when he's back in an area with good coverage, we promise. But until the next time, this is The Long Way Home. Whenua, whakapapa, whānau. Follow us.